All right, welcome back. Today I want to talk about diminished chord theory. So let's get right into it. What is a diminished chord? That's what it sounds like. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Diminished chords are really cool because they're symmetrical. Now, what I mean by that is that they are a perfect minor third away. So from an interval perspective, they're symmetrical. They have the exact same lineup. Now, let's go ahead and formulate that. Diminished chords are made up of either 4 minor thirds or 2 tritones. Let me show what I mean. So we're in the key of C. We're gonna start with any note, so we're gonna start with the C note, and then we're gonna walk up a minor third. So not a major third, as you remember, is simply the first 3 notes of a major scale. But since this is a minor third, it's the first 3 notes of a minor scale. Okay? So that is a minor third interval. And we're simply gonna stack minor third intervals on top of each other. So we have 1 minor third, then we have another minor third, another minor third, and then another minor third. Okay? And then that is how you make a diminished chord. Now, earlier I said that you can also think of it as 2 tritones, which is true. So if you notice here, we have the C tritone and an E flat tritone. And those two together make a diminished chord. So whichever way your brain likes to think about it, it's good to know both ways. So you have, again, symmetrical minor thirds, which is also the diminished scale, which you see in the scale library. And then you also have the tritones. Okay. Now, a fun fact about diminished chords is that there's only 3 of them. And the reason why has to do with the symmetry of the chord. So we have the C diminished, the D flat diminished, and the D diminished. And then it just repeats, because if you notice when we get to E flat, even though this is E flat diminished, if we take this top C note and invert it back down, it's the exact same as the C diminished 7. So real fun fact is that when you look at a diminished chord, the 4 notes that you're playing, those are all the same diminished chord. So C diminished is the same as E flat diminished, the same as F sharp diminished, which is the same as A diminished, okay? We're just simply inverting it, but it's the exact same or same notes, should I say. So E flat diminished 7 is the same as C diminished 7. And that's why when we go up, there's only 3 different variations of that. So we have this one that's got the C, E flat. And if you think about it, it makes sense. There's 4 notes in that chord, but there's only 12 notes on the keyboard. So we have the 12 notes in the keyboard, and there's 4 notes in the chord. 4 times 3 equals 12. It makes sense? So what's really cool about that is that you don't have to learn a lot to know diminished chords. Just take any chord or any note and do minor thirds. So that is the theory behind diminished chords. They have a very dark tone, a very malicious tone, really cool, and they're great for passing chords as well. So I was using diminished chords as passing chords. So get familiar with that. Take a diminished chord, so start with the C diminished chord, and practice inverting it. Go up a half step. Go up another half step. And get familiar with those 3 variations of diminished chords. You will see them everywhere in the intermediate and advanced theory, and they're really important when it comes to advanced harmony, because we get into a lot of parallel harmony, and I use a lot of diminished intervals in my harmony. So very, very important for you to learn these. Thankfully, they're really easy. pretty, they're symmetrical, and just get used to singing them. Try doing some arpeggio exercises like this. Just to kind of get used to the fingering. But those are diminished chords. You'll hear them all the time. You'll see them a lot in dominant variations of passing chords. They're just two tritones, a minor third apart, stacked together, or you can think of it as stacked minor thirds. All right, so that is diminished chord theory, and I will see you guys in the next one.